All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. I got five I want to cover on this one, and we're going to start right here with ASST. Crazy day today, and there were definitely moments of hope. There were moments where it seemed like it was going to do what it needed to do, but there's a big reason we wait for the market to close, make our decision based on that, and then attack again the next day, right? And if you saw my comments yesterday, it was on Twitter, not in the Discord. So look, ASST needed to get back to 95 cents. That really was the goal today. And if you look in the box over there, the high of the day was 94 cents. Just a penny away from what we needed to get just on the high, let alone where it closed, right? But what I really didn't like was being under these moving averages. It's actually under all five moving averages, and you know I don't like to be under any of them, let alone all five of them, right? So yesterday was very concerning. My need was to get me back to 95 cents, get me back into this candle area right here. It's 50% of this candle right here, and really more than anything, we're at least back over one and relatively close to the other two, right? Like, I didn't want to just get over like right down here at 92 cents. No, I wanted to get back comfortably. That didn't happen, right? And it could have been worse, I think, is the easiest thing to say. And it's a little interesting to actually see the green over red on the RSI. But again, I care a little bit more about up here than down here, all right? Again, it's the exact same comment from yesterday. Today is a doji candle. This shape, look, this is a textbook doji, but to me, this is. They're all like, doji basically is an uncertain candle. In a 7-hour trading day, we should know if we want to go monster up or monster down, right? This is the point where you either horribly lose it down or you should really strongly bounce back up. Like, this is the point where it should happen. We doji. We wait a full 7 hours, don't get our answer. We only move 2 cents in a 7-hour day, opening at 87 cents, closing at the 89 you see right here, right? So we're still waiting for that answer. And look, I still have to feel like it's not going to be a great one right now. We're under the moving averages. When you break all five up and you fly, you lose all five down and you die. All right. And realistically, it's done it before. It's broken up and it's flown. And we're seeing it now. It's lost all five and it's heading on down. Right. So I need it to get back into 95 cents. Make me believe that we're going to try to get back into this. Otherwise, next place down is 82 cents. If you lose 82 cents, it'll basically be 77, and that is a line you don't want to lose right here. It is crazy that you have 90 million shares traded on a single day, but can't get over the lines, right? I always say volume is king, but trust me, breaking moving averages is really what makes the kingdom run, all right? Excuse me. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions, even if you disagree. Let's come into Ondas and crazy day today, right? Crazy day. And I feel a lot of the day was really mimicked by NASDAQ. All right. NASDAQ had moments where, first off, NASDAQ gaps up and, oh, no, sorry, that was incorrect. We closed down here and then NASDAQ gaps up and opens down here at the 2300 mark, right? That same gap up seemingly is what we saw, right? We closed down here yesterday and then up here today, right? So we did do the same little gap up. When we come to the NASDAQ, okay, from there were moments when it looked like we were going to get over the 50 and fly. Hey, it was a really strong candle, and I would have liked to see, this 23K hold kind of translate onto Ondas, but end of the day, this wasn't a horrible, it wasn't great. I would have, I guess, liked to close over here, but I think what I'm really seeing at least is the 8 trying to do well. It's giving the 20 enough time to just keep coming up. And because look, think of it like this. When you lose the 8, you come to the 20, right? It would have been really bad to lose the 8 up here and fall all the way down to the 20 right here. The longer we're able to at least not lose this 8, the longer, the more time this 20 moving average has to come up. And then, hey, the fall, if it happens from there to there, is significantly less, right? So in some ways, we're at least just giving the 20 a little chance to catch up. I think more than anything, though, we're still in a place where it looks like we're using the 8 and the 20, and this is a stock that knows how to use the 8 and the 20 to make its way on up, you know? So as long as we don't lose this line, which is sitting at 1150, give or take, right? I think it's all good. Personally, I think losing this 1111 is probably what's going to mean this line goes, but as this goes up and up more, this is going to be a little lower than I'd like it to be, right? So just kind of keep that in mind. But for now, excuse me, all that's really happening on the daily is we're just bouncing on the 8 and the 20, and that's not a bad thing. When I look at the weekly, it's what makes me not mind all of this, all right? Because this is still a good weekly chart. It's for sure a doji, right? It's for sure a doji, but hey, we're still over the 8 moving average. We still have a very, very nice RSI with a healthy 66. We still have the green over red on both of these. And hey, we're already at the volume line. We still got 2 days of trading. There's no such thing as negative volume. We are already over that white line right there, right? Yeah, we're not as high as the last couple weeks. I'm sure that's having something to do with, price not doing so, amazingly. I guess I don't know what the other word is, right? But we're at least doing the job on the weekly, and hey, the daily's holding as much as it can, right? So this red over green, and bad volume the last couple days should have been a harder drop. And I think the fact that it hasn't actually isn't too bad a thing. And then really, let's be honest, there's a lot to like with drones in general, right? Like there's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of chatter about war here, war there. You know what I mean? Like it's not a bad thing to kind of look at the defense companies, and I think that's also what's doing a decent amount of good for this thing. But yeah, the daily doesn't look as beautiful, but I think letting this weekly kind of do the job is what's making things a little easier. And remember, keep an eye on NASDAQ, all right? If NASDAQ can get back over this 50, and then obviously we can get back over the 8 and the 20, but hey, if we can get back into this like 23.3 range tomorrow, I think that'll do some good things for ONDS, ONDS, all right? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions, even if you disagree. Oh, man. All right, so I'm going to be honest. I sold this one too early, and it was quite embarrassing. I talked about it in the Discord. I am a fan of talking about both the goods and the downs, right? So AREC was all over this thing early in the month. It started to look like it was going to take off. And honestly, I got so impatient during that last week just trying to get over this line. I sold the thing. I told myself, I'm going to set an alert. I'm going to get back in it. I slept right through everything. And look at that beautiful candle go without me, right? Is what it is. Trust me, I'm not here. I'm laughing about it. You can't see my face, but I do have a smile as I'm saying all these words. I miss way more tickers than I hit. But knock on wood, it's all good over here. You know what I mean? So is what it is, man. Is what it is. I hope you were able to do better than me with this one. And honestly, it still feels like there might be more coming here. All right. I'm actually going to zoom out and look at the weekly really quick. Yo, this is a nice weekly. This, if you really want to know the truth, is what makes me a little upset that I sold today, but it makes me okay that, hey, I think there could be more here, and I will find another opportunity to get in if it presents itself. So it's kind of what I just said on ONDAS. I don't know if you fast forwarded or not, but I'm a daily chart guy, right? But every now and then you got to zoom out just a little bit, and this weekly looks solid. Look, oh, sorry, my kitty wants to go out. What are you doing, buddy? Bye. Hey, sorry about that. My apologies. So when you're looking at this, I'm seeing green over red on both the MACD and the RSI. Very, very healthy 53 as the reading. Look, volume hasn't been fantastic to the 50-day line, but I think I'm going to believe that we're going to hit it in the next 2 days, right? There's 5 trading days, right? We're a third of the way there, and we're already at the 20 that we were supposed to be at by the close of tomorrow, right? So it makes me kind of believe we're going to get over this white line by Friday. I'm going to be watching that for sure. But this weekly is looking solid. And as you start to zoom out, green, 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 red, 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 green, 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 red, 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 and so much nothing in between both of those, really. So this could be a real hot channel if we do break and confirm that on the weekly. On the daily, it actually kind of looks like we did. We're basically into this. Oh, we're not. I swear I thought we were. Did it move a couple cents? Okay, so you can see it. This October 13th candle opens at $4.38. We closed 4 cents under it. I actually thought we were into this one. We're not just yet, but in a lot of ways, that might be a little bit of what I'm looking for. I think the safer line, if you're not in, is basically going to be here. I think 470 is probably going to be the next place up. If that breaks, you'll start looking at 5. 5 might be a little bit tough to get over, but yeah, if 5 breaks, there is a beautiful gap fill right there, all right? If this was to retreat, there's a chance that it'll come back down to 4. I don't know if it will, but yeah, that it can come all the way down to 4, and this thing will actually still be very, very bullish, all right? So a lot happened today. I'm a greedy dude, like I'm just some human. I say good things when I hit record. I don't always do good things when I log in and click buy and sell. It is what it is, but AREC, definitely keep this one in your back pocket. And honestly, I feel like it's a similar setup to what we're looking at right now in this next one. So this is TMC right here, and you can kind of see it. I'll just draw this line right here real quick. Let's see if there's it wasn't a bad line, actually. I probably would have taken it to right there, 50% of that. So it looks like there's been a lot of attempts at breaking this line right here, this 785. Oh, it looks like it popped after hours. Get out of here. Look, I try not to get too excited on after hours. So TMC is one that I saw right before the market closed. Sorry, right here. So it was not right before, but it was a little bit before. I saw something that Trump said that he was going to approve or fast track underwater drilling or something like that. Let me know if that's accurate or not, but I think that headline caught my eye. What really, really got me, you can look again, because it was 2 hours before, right? It was at like 11:30, whatever. I really think it was. Sorry, I'm jumping all over the place. My apologies. That was a good hourly chart right there. It was. And you had some real solid lower indicators. Volume was going. It just started to make me believe. And then I think I saw the headline after I bought. But it looked like there was a good little attempt. And honestly, I wasn't expecting this thing to pop after hours. But I was expecting the continuation to happen to basically where exactly at right now, right? 50% of this big candle right here, that's basically the 866 that you're seeing it battle after hours right now, right? So if this 866 breaks, the next place we're going is 925. It's going to be here. And honestly, I'm not drawing either of those two lines because realistically, green, 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 red, 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 nothing might make it a real fast channel between this line right here and this thing up here. So MACD is positive. RSI is beautiful, 71. Even as you look at this after hours push right here, it's still only a 74, right? So there's some decent things happening. Volume was there as well. And then again, I think the common theme has kind of been on this video. The weekly is looking good. This thing is making me say that there might be some good weeks of earnings. This was the first baby drill stock that we covered in the Discord. This was right at when he came in, and man, all it did was go up, just destroy all these lines right there, right? If we get over this golden line, there's no tomorrow. You know what I mean? So TMC is definitely one to keep on your radar. All right. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions, even if you disagree. Last one we will be looking at is RR. All right. And I hope you see it before I say it, right? It's been a battle for the last couple weeks to get over the 100 moving average. I think this 444, let's just use that. I have 443, but same thing, right? 444 is probably the line we're going to want to get over. But hey, MACD looks good. RSI looks good. Volume looks good. Weekly is looking all right. And if I'm not mistaken, this thing just had earnings and it seems like it was actually all right. The system is showing that it was right here, but I swear I thought I saw a headline that said it was like in the last couple days or something. Maybe I'm wrong. I have no idea. But RR, look, if this thing can get over the 100, green, 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 red, 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 nothing, nothing. There's a pretty nice path from this 4-ish to the 6-ish right there. And that's a pretty good percentage right there if it hits, right? On the weekly, again, it's the same red, 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 green, green, green. And actually, it's so many years. Oh, I got to sneeze. Let's see if I can finish before it comes out. We're basically coming to an IPO resistance with this 444 line. So it's going to be a big line if we can get over it. And yeah, I think a lot of the need is going to be NASDAQ. If NASDAQ can get back into this chunk of moving averages, let alone get over all of them, that's really going to help push a lot of what we're looking at here. I'm okay if we come back to the 100 moving average around 420. I really don't want to fall under that 420 and fall back into the lines. But really, the goal is break 444 and continue. All right. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. Even if you disagree. Oh, I appreciate you so, so much.